Alright, so I'm going to walk you through how you would actually get a lesson page ready for our lesson pages. So let's say I want to get ready to do some lessons for Unit 3. I've already set this up. I don't have any links here because I haven't actually made these pages yet. But I'm going to set up 3.1. You'll use this to help you set up 3.2 and the rest of them. This button up here says Create Page. I'm going to click Create Page. And I'm going to call this page 3.1. If I went back to that page, it would be 3.1. What was it called? I can look right here. No, it's not that one. I'll show you. I'll tell you what this page is in just a little bit. Write and evaluate expressions. Okay. Now the template that I'm going to use, I'm not going to use a web page because that's not. It's basically going to give me a blank page that I don't want. If I'm going to come down here and click on lesson page because this has got most of the things that I'm already going to need for this this assignment page, and I don't want to put this page at the top level. I want this page to be underneath Unit 3. So I'm going to click on click on page, put page under Unit 3. And if I needed to choose, if I didn't see Unit 3 there, I could have put it there, but it's already there, so I'm just going to click on Unit 3. So, lesson page as a template, and then put it under Unit 3. Okay, so I'm going to click Create, and it is going to create that page. You'll notice it has a lot of the stuff that I already need. My first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write my objective. I'm going to share this website with you. It's all my notes from this unit. Don't worry about this first one. These are basically the notes before I started writing the unit. Come down here when you start seeing the, let me refresh the page because I actually changed a few things on here. If you see, well, this should say, oh, I know why it's not working. Hold on one second. So these are my notes for all of lesson 3. I'm going to come down to 3.1, and if you're working on 3.2, you just scroll down till you see 3.2. And this has right here my opening. It's got my lesson, what I'm going to do with the whole group. Don't worry about all this stuff. This is just for me as I'm either putting my videos together or if I'm putting my slideshow together. These are my notes. And then if I have a self-paced lesson, I'm going to have what I have there. And then I have a video for Still Confused and a few other things. So the first thing I need to do is copy this objective. The student will be able to write and evaluate an expression. Command C. I'm going to come right here, right next to the objective, and hit Command V. Now notice it's not the same font as it is right here. When I pasted it, it took the font that was here. What I want to do to make sure it stays the same font, or to get rid of the other font, I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to hold Command, and then I'm going to do backslash. It's not the slash next to the Shift key, but it's the one right underneath the Delete key. And then it'll say the student, and then it changes it to this type of font. I want to make it bold. So the student will be able to write and evaluate an expression. Now for this lesson, I'm not actually going to make a tag. I'm just going to have an actual, since it's the first one, I'm going to just create a slideshow, which I've already done. If I want to put a slideshow under the lesson, I go up to Insert, and let's see, I'm looking for something out of my Google Drive, and it's a presentation. So Insert, Drive, Presentation. I may share presentations with you if I have more. And then 3.1, write and evaluate expressions. Click Select. And I'll keep the border. I don't need to keep the title, and I want to make sure that it's small so it fits there. And I'll click Save. Okay, and it leaks over a little bit onto this side, but I think that should be okay. Now right here it says, are you still a little bit confused? Let's go back to our notes. Let's skip all this stuff on my notes for this lesson. And it says still confused, and it has a link right here. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to put it up here just to see what it's a link to. And it takes me to a video, writing simple algebraic expressions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have this copied. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to write, well, this is a little bit too big. Let me see. If my font shouldn't be that big, but I can change it. Khan Academy. Let me get rid of this bold. Well, I'll keep the bold, but I don't want it underlined. I want it to be 12 font. And then I'd like it to be bullet pointed. So Khan Academy, and it was writing simple algebraic expressions. I'll get rid of the bold, writing simple algebraic expressions. I keep the bold only just for the Khan Academy part. I'm going to highlight the writing simple algebraic expressions, and I'm going to insert a link. I can just click right here to insert a link, or if you notice it says right there, Command K. I'm going to do Command K to add a link. Now right here it says, do you want to put a link to one of the pages on this website or another web address? Since this is not a link to another page on the website, it's a link to Khan Academy, I'm going to click on web address and then link to the URL. I'm going to paste it right there. I always want to open this in a new window so that way that this window doesn't close out. I'm going to click OK, and then I can test it by just clicking right there, and it should take me to the page that I had just now. And it looks like it does. Alright, excellent. So now, got this part done. If I made a TAC, both of these things would end up going in the TAC, but it's kind of the same process. Quick Socrative assessment. Let me look at the notes. It doesn't look like there is a Socrative assessment here on these notes. So if there's not a Socrative assessment, I'm going to just delete that. Some of them will have it, some of it won't. Add the following words as a concept map. Let's see, assignment, concept map. All right, we've got some words here. I'm going to copy and paste them, but I don't want them in a list like this. First, I'm going to get rid of the formatting. I want it to match the format of the words already here. Command, backslash. Now I'm going to hit the bullet points and hit tab, so that way it takes it over a little bit. And I'm going to hit enter after each one of these, so that way that each one of them is on its own little list. Coefficient, constant, algebraic expression. Alright, and then get rid of these little things back here. I'm going to hit enter twice till I get rid of that, and then because I don't want it to be too close. And then you'll notice this is a really big space. I'm going to hit backspace once. Alright, so now is there anything I need to solve? I'm going to copy this. A student babysitting for $5 an hour. Copy that. And I'm going to hit enter, tab, paste. Alright, and then it's got the word problem right there. I misspelled the word. Another. Alright, so Khan Academy, enter, tab. Let me look on my notes. Alright, distributive property. I'm going to click on there. I'm going to copy this page once it comes up. So I'm going to write distributive property, highlight, Command K, web address, not site page, Command V, open in a new link. This one is mandatory, so I'm going to put 2 stars there. I always make my stars bold. So that's not bold, that's bold. Make the stars bold so they pop out a little bit more. Notice it says 5 in a row, mandatory. Writing expressions. Click on that. Copy it. Come back. I'm going to do writing expressions. Now notice this is still bold because those stars were bold. I don't want that to be bold. I just want the stars. Command K, web address. Command V, open link in a new window. Bold, 2 stars. What else do we have? Close both of these out. Evaluating one variable expressions. This one's optional. So I'm going to copy this. I'm not going to put 2 stars next to it. Let's see, evaluating, undo the bold, evaluating, where is it? Evaluating expressions in one variable, expressions with one variable. Optional, so if someone feels they need to get a little more practice, that would be a good choice. Open link in a new window, and enter again, and my final one. And I'm going to actually, these are only going to be 5 in a row, so it won't be too overwhelming. Oh, I don't need to write that in there, though. Evaluating expressions into variables. Did I say in on the last one? With, let's just say into variables. Evaluating expressions into variables. Alright, I'm going to highlight it, Command K, web address, Command V, open link in a new window, and then bold 2 stars. All right, so we have these Khan Academy assignments. And finally, Mimo. I have a couple things that I may want them to talk about if they choose to do this Mimo, because Mimo is going to be a little bit different with this one. But I'm going to just basically command enter tab V. You can write 12 less than 12 as an n minus 12 but not 12 minus n. Explain why. Give a simple scenario and create an algebraic expression. Alright, so this is the assignment for this lesson. I'm going to click save and see how everything turns out. I've got my lesson right here. I've got my still a little confused Khan Academy and my assignments here. So that's how you make a lesson page. The only difference with that may happen is under lesson you'll have to do a tag, embed a tag right here, which I'll make a video for. So let me know if you have any questions as you work on 3.2.